Alright, so with the upcoming live action Lilo and Stitch that is coming from Disney, and even everything that we know about this movie, that this is going to be the live action version on the animated movie from 2002, and even while the controversy and everything that's surrounding this movie, especially all the behind the scenes stuff. But now we officially have our first set photos revealed for the upcoming live action Lilo and Stitch. It tells us a little bit about what to expect for this live action version of the movie, and these are good. I mean, these are not in like the best quality, but it gives us an idea as well. So I'm gonna go over these set photos and tell you guys what we should expect as well. It's sort of a break it down a little bit as well. And so if you're new, then be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so I'm on any future vids. And so let's just hop into it. And now, of where these are coming from, this is actually coming from the TikTok account Paulina Polara, as this was a photo taken on the set, like as they are going into filming, and even as this is being said in Hawaii. And the first thing that we see here is we have our first look at the live action take on Stitch. And now, especially with this form for what we're seeing, it looks like that they're probably going to be doing like an animatronic or like something like that, probably like somewhere to Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. But even that we see the rover like with Stitch's car, and this is what Lilo and Stitch right along in this, especially in the animated movie. And you even know that with our first look here, I kind of like it because even for what Disney and the route that they're going with here, and I'm pretty sure these were photos, like a video was taken on set. But I think with Stitch that we see here, I'm kind of excited to see him in this movie. And now, with this next photo that we see here is with Lilo. It is going to be played by actress Maya Kolara, and we can see that she has her doll too. And based from what we can tell from these two set photos of both Lilo and Stitch, and that this happens to come from us like these are not like the best set photos, but this is coming from like someone who happened to like taking a video on set and posted it on their TikTok account. But even with these two set photos that we see here, I think Disney is going to do a fine enough job with this live action remake of Lilo and Stitch. I mean, I like that movie. It's loved by many people. Plus, I love that team up of Lilo and Stitch. And even with Disney turning into like this whole thing into live action, it's especially for what they've done in the past with their live action remakes, and especially with their properties and their IPs. And I think this looks good. And I can't wait to see what they do with Lilo and Stitch into live action, especially with the car. And even though that this is still filming, and we probably won't get like something until later this year, but I'm glad these are the best photos we could have. And especially with everything that we know about the live action remake of Lilo and Stitch, and that this is going to be an original movie that is going to be a Disney Plus release. And I think for when it's going to streaming on Disney Plus and not getting a full theatrical release, but I think for when we see the full thing, I think this is going to be the deserve to be having a theatrical release. But even though with Disney Plus that it has retrained audiences to wait for streaming, but even with a live action remake for, especially with Lilo and Stitch, I think this deserves a theatrical release. But even though it's going to be streaming on Disney Plus, but I feel like it's going to be a good movie no matter how good or bad it is. Just it matters that we have like it has a good story and a good script, and I hope that Disney does not mess this up. And also on top of that, with the cast that has like people returning from their roles from the animated movie and into this live action movie with Billy Magnuson and Cobra Bubbles, and I think with the other people as well. But I think if they nailed the story and just nail like everything, especially with the casting, with their characters, especially with their development on screen, I think Disney has a hit on their hands. But even as we take a look at their track record, like especially with recently, and even with their live action remakes that were not received well, or like that they were received well, or if they were box office bombs, especially with the Little Mermaid, and even with everything else. But I feel like this live action Lilo and Stitch is definitely gonna be good, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But even with these set photos and everything that we have revealed, but I guess we'll have to wait and see if we get more, so we can get a full detail for what this movie is going to be. Even with the plot of this movie, and it's especially I think this that we're going to follow the original animated movie is with Lilo, who is a young orphan girl who takes care of an owner of Experiment 626, and with a lab of people that are going to do experiments on this little alien, as she decides to name Stitch, and especially for what we've seen, especially in the set photo, let's say we're gonna have like little CGI alien for what Disney is planning to do, and I think this is a lot similar to a Baby Yoda from Mandalorian, but I feel like this is gonna follow the exact same plot, and you went with Lilo as gonna take a good care of Stitch. I mean, like, I like the animated version of Lilo and Stitch from 2002, but even with this live action remake, I think this could be good. But hey, we'll have to wait and see, and I'm liking for what we're getting here, but I hope that we get more soon. And so for my final thoughts, with these set photos that we have for Lilo and Stitch, as showing both Lilo and Stitch in these set photos, I'm kind of digging it, and I feel like Disney is gonna have a hit on their hands, but it depends on their track record. And even with the live action version of Lilo and Stitch, it does not have a confirmed release date, but we'll definitely find out soon. Plus, this is gonna have a Disney Plus release, and I feel like I'm down for this, and I keep receiving for what's in store for the live action version of this movie as well. And so that's gonna be it for this video. Just let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, and what were your thoughts on these set photos that were revealed for the live action version of Lilo and Stitch, and are you excited for this movie or not? And just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications about future videos, and also follow my social media, which are linked down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.